afternoon, and welcome to the 2026 Early College of Macomb Commencement Ceremony. To begin our program, I'm honored to introduce the Color Guard from Centerline High School's ROTC program for the presentation of colors. During this presentation, ECM student Rachel Flagga from Henry Ford II High School will lead us in singing of the national anthem. If you are able, please remain standing.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
She never heard of it.
Please be seated. Thank you, Rachel. That was beautiful. Hello, I'm Allison Roberts, Administrator of the Early College of Macomb. On behalf of Macomb Intermediate School District, Macomb Community College, our boards of education, superintendents, administration, and staff, it is an honor to welcome you to our 14th annual commencement ceremony. This incredible program would not be possible without the vision and dedication of our county-wide partnerships. ECM welcomed its first cohort in 2010 under the leadership of Mr. Mike DeVault, a leader who believed deeply in this opportunity and brought it to life. Today, he and Dr. James Sawyer continue to championship this incredible opportunity for students in Macomb County. Thank you, Mr. DeVault and Dr. Sawyer. We would like to begin with a few introductions. Mr. Mike DeVault, Macomb Intermediate School District Superintendent. Dr. James Sawyer, Macomb Community College President. We also extend our sincere gratitude to the MISD Board of Education. Ms. Teresa Janae, President of the MISD Board of Education and Roseville Public Schools. Mr. Donald Hubler, Vice President. Mr. Ed Farley, Treasurer, Mr. Brian White, Secretary, Mr. Michael Schulte, Trustee and Vice President of Warren Woods. Additionally, we welcome Macomb Community College Board of Education, Ms. Catherine Lorenzo, Chairperson of the Board. From the MISD Administrative Team, Dr. Alicia Fly, Assistant Superintendent and Chief Academic Officer. From Macomb Community College, we welcome and thank Dr. Carrie Jeffers, Vice President of Student Services. Mrs. Amy Adamski, Registrar and Director of Enrollment Services. Mr. Michael Baisdell, Director of K-12 Relations. And Mr. James Lundy, Manager of K-12 Relations. Thank you all for your unwavering support and belief in this incredible program. The Early College of Macomb thrives because of strong partnerships with our local school districts. We're honored to recognize and introduce the district leaders, representatives, and school board members joining us today. From Anchor Bay High School, Mr. Joe McDonald, Director of Secondary Education. From Armada Area Schools, Mr. Michael Mussery, Superintendent. From Centerline Public Schools, Dr. Shannon McBrady, Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources. Chippewa Valley Schools, Mr. Ron Roberts, Superintendent, with board members, Mr. Kenneth Pearl, Ms. Monica Radico, and Mr. Robert Wojtovich. Clintondale Community Schools, Mr. Kevin Knobloch, Interim Superintendent. Fitzgerald Public Schools, Ms. Elizabeth Jensen, Superintendent. Fraser Public Schools, Dr. Carrie Wozniak, Superintendent. Lakeshore Public Schools, Dr. Joe DePonio, Superintendent. Lakeview Public Schools, Mr. Carl Paulson, Superintendent. Lance Cruz Public Schools, Mr. Keith Howell, Superintendent. New Haven Public Schools, Ms. Cheryl Prustakevich, Superintendent. Richmond Community Schools, Mrs. Billy Suspaniak, Interim Superintendent, with board members, Ms. Danielle Sutton and Ms. Margaret Telto. Romeo Community Schools, Mrs. Jennifer McFarland, Assistant Superintendent. Roseville Community Schools, Mr. Mark Blaskowski, Superintendent. South Lake Public Schools, Mr. John Thero, Director of Instruction. Utica Community Schools, Mr. Robert Monroe, Superintendent, and board member Michael Osterman. Van Dyke Public Schools, Ms. Wendy Cusick, Director of Curriculum and Instruction. Warren Consolidated Schools, Dr. John Bernia Jr., Superintendent, and board member Ms. Sue Catula. And Warren Woods Public Schools, Ms. Stacy Denowith Fisi, Superintendent. Let's give them all a round of applause. The heart of Early College in Macomb is our dedicated team of educators and staff. These staff members wear many hats to ensure the success of this program. ECM instructors, Ms. Janine Hendershot, Mr. Tom Hodge, Miss Shannon Kent, and Miss Maxine Kennebrew. And Ms. Deb Fortuna, ECM Administrative Assistant. Your commitment and care have shaped the lives of these students. Thank you for your service. To all the parents and families, thank you for your sacrifices, your guidance, and for trusting us with your most precious asset, your child. Your support has helped make this day possible. Today, students, we welcome your hard work, your perseverance, and your incredible achievements as we congratulate and celebrate you. Next, please welcome the Superintendent of Macomb Intermediate School District, Mr. Mike DeVault, for a few remarks. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, the good news is, the past 7 or 8 years, we were holding this event at Jimmy John's, and you'd be outside in the cold, so we're inside, so that's where we'll start, right there. Listen, on behalf of 21 local districts, our superintendents and board members, congratulations to our graduates, your families and friends. Students, you've demonstrated that commitment, a strong work ethic, organization, and motivation for success has paid off. You're graduating from Macomb Community College and a high school at the same time. That's a terrific accomplishment. You began this program in 2023 as juniors in high school, along with your first experience with college-level curriculums. As you move beyond this point in your life into your careers, further education, or your personal journey to success, you've experienced a positive influence with the opportunity great in your life. You decided to try something different, to juggle your priorities, and demonstrate flexibility, resiliency, and determination. We thank you for your sacrifices and motivation over these years. We want to recognize that none of you would be here today without we need to be grateful to your parents, grandparents, relatives who stood behind you now, and they'll be throughout your life. I've got 3 kids, 35, 38, 39, I think, and a bunch of grandkids. And I'm telling you, parents, you know this is true. You never, ever get out of taking care of them. They just keep coming back. And that's kind of the joy of life, is to give every dime you've got to them before you go on. Not really, it's fun. The average grade point is well above 3 point, and you've earned $2.6 million in scholarship money. And most of you are headed to post-secondary careers, military service. Your counselors shared some things with me. The Grow Your Own program has opened the door to education. Other careers include public safety, engineering, medicine, biology, dentistry, and many, many more. Some of the colleges you've chosen are Michigan State, Grand Valley, Lawrence Tech, U of M, Arizona State, Walsh, Oakland, Eastern, on and on and on. Years ago, the superintendents in this county made the commitment to offer this program as a choice for you to begin your post-secondary education while still in high school. It's been 16 years growing and now I will say this to the moms and dads, this is the largest early college program in the whole state of Michigan, with 4,700 graduates so far. Before we started the middle college and even the IB, there are many that said, oh, Mike, those programs will never work in Macomb County. But what we pressed ahead, and with my colleague who would be speaking after me, who was not the president at the time, Jim Sawyer, he was a believer in the lesson is press on ahead with your goals and ideas, regardless of what other people say, or even if you have a chance at failure, because you'll be rewarded for taking a risk. We express our sincere gratitude for Macomb Community College and the leadership of Jim Sawyer. We appreciate the leadership and energy of Allison Roberts, our ECM director. This program is another example of Macomb's commitment to public education. We're grateful for the support from county executive faculty, our legislatures, in particular our local school board members. Macomb County is a diverse place, and for people should know there's 113 different languages spoken here in Macomb. It's a great place to learn, raise a family, and grow a business. Last week, our superintendents had the opportunity to meet and hear Justin Wolfers, an economist and professor at University of Michigan, who advises world leaders, writes for the Wall Street Journal, New York Times, and appears on multiple media networks. And he shared with us the impact of artificial intelligence will have on all of our lives. This morning, coincidentally, I listened to a 23-year-old person from Europe who's launched an AI bank here in the United States and have impact on our banking. Also, I listened to a person who's 83 years old, 60 years difference, who's advised the Nixon administration, and Henry Kissinger was talking about advising the president who's over in China right now. And he's advised every president. I learned something from both individuals this morning, and I hope you continue to benefit from the joy of learning in our wonderful democracy and our responsibility to the citizens of the world. And as you take the next step, our advice to you each day is to take these next steps. Be tolerant, principled, continue to, and I say this every speech, read daily. Even if you don't necessarily agree with the author's argument or premise. And in case you haven't heard, 2026 is the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. The anniversary is July 4th, marking 250 years since the Second Continental Congress and our Declaration of Independence. We owe a debt of gratitude to the 56 men who signed the Declaration of Independence, but led us through the Revolutionary War and risked their lives while making important decisions through compromise, one goal to make the United States. And if you read the history of some of those guys, they studied and went to school a lot. I mean, they're pretty well-educated folks. It took patience and knowledge and willingness to listen and make tough decisions for our country. One last reminder to everyone, please exercise your right to vote and become the best informed you can become. And we want to thank the people that are serving in the military. Even tonight, there are thousands of young people, a couple, 3 years older than you, serving on those boats overseas. And they're working 12 on, 12 off. And we should thank them for what they're doing for our country. Now, on behalf of the 21 superintendents and Macomb graduates, I want to say congratulations. We're all proud of you. And it's my pleasure to introduce Jim Sawyer, the president of Macomb Community College, with his remarks. Jim?
Well, good afternoon, everybody. It's great to see everyone here today to celebrate. On behalf of the College Board of Trustees, faculty, and staff, I want to welcome you to Macomb Community College. I was very fortunate last Friday. I had the honor to congratulate many of the graduates who participated in our college commencement ceremony. And it's always great. I see the early college pin, and I'm very proud to have the opportunity to shake their hand and congratulate them on their significant accomplishments. The college is proud to be able to offer the early college program to our students and community. This would not be possible without the outstanding partnership that Mr. DeVault referred to with the ISD and with the local school districts. When we began the early college, there was a lot of unknowns. We set high expectations right from the start, but we were concerned the students may be overwhelmed with both the high school and college commitments. I have to say, every early college student who's gone through has really surpassed our expectations and proven us wrong. Earning a college degree is something that many aspire for, but few achieve. Not only have you accomplished this, but you did this while completing your high school coursework as well. We recognize the immense dedication this took, not only from you, but from your family who supported your efforts. We also want to recognize and thank the MISD counselors, advisors, and staff who were committed to providing support to help ensure you were successful. Your commitment to furthering your education is the key to a better future for you and all those who are important to you, as well as to our entire community. Research shows that students who enter college with a career goal in mind are much more successful. Most of you are well beyond this, moving on to senior institutions with specific career objectives and the first 2 years of your bachelor's degree already completed. Congratulations again on earning your degree. You have already distinguished yourself from your peers. We at Macomb are proud of you and know that you will contribute greatly to the future by adding depth and vitality to our community. Thank you and congratulations.
Good afternoon. It is my honor to introduce the 2026 Early College of Macomb student speakers. Our first speaker, Jay Halaspas from Dakota High School, is a young entrepreneur and business owner. Jay graduated high school cum laude and earned summa cum laude honors at Macomb Community College. He was also the recipient of the MCTEAA Award and has been recognized by state representatives for his achievements. Jay has earned his associate's degree while demonstrating exceptional dedication and professionalism through his time in the ECM program. As Jay's seminar instructor for the past 3 years, I have had the privilege of watching him grow into a driven, dependable, and thoughtful leader. He consistently approaches every challenge with determination and integrity and has made lasting impact on both his classmates and his instructors. I'd like to welcome Jay.
CHANGE. Change. I used to be afraid of it because change didn't mean just something new. It meant taking risk. Risk meant the possibility of failing, embarrassment, and stepping into the unknown. So I stayed where things felt familiar doing the same things over and over because it felt safe. But what I didn't understand back then is that change is exactly where growth happens. Denzel Washington once said, "Nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks." And over time, I started to realize that every moment I thought I was avoiding failure, I was actually avoiding growth. Because every challenge, every stressful assignment, and every time I wanted to quit, those were the moments I built grit. And I know I'm not the only one who felt that. We all had nights filled with stress, deadlines at 11:59, and moments where we all wondered, what's the point of this? Times where it felt easier to stop trying so hard, or question if we're even on the right path. And let's be honest, there were probably a few times where we all opened, stared at, and closed again. But we didn't stop. We kept showing up even when it wasn't easy. And to our parents, you saw that too. You saw the late nights, the frustration, and the pressure. You probably also saw the "I'll do it later" that somehow turned into "it's due in 10 minutes." But you also saw us push through it. You supported us through moments when we didn't fully believe in ourselves, even when we probably didn't say thank you enough for it. So guys, let's not forget to thank our parents. Also, a special shout out to my mom and dad for the constant patience, support, and for always being there through all of it, even when I didn't make it easy. I truly appreciate everything you've done for me. When I first started ECM, I didn't really know what I was stepping into. It felt overwhelming with the expectations, the workload, figuring everything out at once. But over time, I learned how to handle the pressure, ask for help, and keep going even when things weren't perfect. And looking back now, I realized ECM wasn't just about assignments or deadlines. It was about learning how to stay committed, push through challenges, and keep going even when things didn't feel easy. And for me, growth didn't just happen in the classroom. When my brother and I were younger, we started a business with almost nothing. We went door to door, knocking on doors, just hoping someone would say yes. We worked from sun up to sundown and saved every dollar we made and put it right back into growing what we started. Over time, I began applying what I was learning in marketing, how to reach people, how to stand out, and that's when things really started to change. Today, we're at a point where people call us for our services instead of us chasing them. And when we drive down the street and people recognize our work from a mile away, it's a reminder of how far we've come. If there is one thing we all gain from this experience, it is grit. Because grit isn't about never struggling. It's about continuing even when you are. And now, standing here today, I can see how much we've all changed. The same challenges that once made us doubt ourselves are the ones that built us into who we are now. I'm truly proud of each and every one of you guys. So as we move forward, I hope we can remember this. Growth does not come from staying comfortable. It comes from choosing to accept change even when it's hard. Today, we graduate. It might feel like we reached the end of something, but really, it's just another beginning. Life will keep changing, and with every new chapter, there will be new challenges and new chances to grow. Because change isn't about leaving ECM behind. It's about carrying with us for the rest of our lives. And if we learn to embrace it, that's where we keep growing.
Thank you, Jay, for your leadership, and we wish you well and the best in your future endeavors. Our second speaker, Alexis Wolcast from Roseville High School. Alexis found tremendous success in ECM while remaining highly involved in our high school community. She served as varsity cheerleading captain and was an active member of the marching band, robotics team, National Honor Society, student council, and drama society. Alexis also has the unique opportunity to mentor her younger brother, who is currently part of the ECM program as well. This fall, Alexis will attend Central Michigan University to study ecology. Please join me in welcoming Alexis for her remarks.
I remember being in 8th grade, looking through the high school course catalog, trying to figure out what classes I wanted to take the next year, when I stumbled upon a page that mentioned early college. Being a little bit or a lot of a nerd, I decided that this is what I wanted to do with my life. So, I tried my hardest to get into the program. Only a select number of students could get in from my school, and I was determined. When I found out that I was accepted, I was ecstatic. Now, you may or may not have had a similar experience to me getting into the program, but obviously we are all here graduating together, and that is something to celebrate. There have been good and bad memories of being part of this program. I'm sure we have all experienced some imposter syndrome here and there. I know I have. But I would like to focus on the good, such as learning about life skills that we will need after today, going to our job shadows to gain experience, and reminiscing about the people that we have met. Depending on the person, these exact experiences may not have been fun, but they give us skills that will last a lifetime. So, I think all of us should take a moment to think about our own personal experiences. Then, I will talk about some of my own. Being part of this program has been an amazing experience. Not only have I learned so much, but I have met some amazing people too. Macomb Community College is such a diverse place. I have met people who just graduated high school to people who decided to go back to school after 50 years. In fact, in my first year here, I had a study group for my biology class, and we created such a great bond. And by the end of the semester, the 60-year-old lady in my group gave everyone a Target gift card. She was so kind and had the sweetest soul. Being part of that group was definitely the highlight of my 11th grade year. And it just shows that this school really does serve the whole community. Moving on to another memory, first semester this year, I took a music history class. It was probably the most boring class I've ever taken, information-wise. However, my professor would always go on side tangents about the most random things, and us students would bring up topics too. A good example of this is hobby horsing. Now, if you know what that is, I just want to say that I am so sorry. But my music history professor had no idea what it was. So like great students, we informed him. And let's just say that he was bamboozled. But later in the semester, it became an inside joke within the whole class. We even had plans to create a hobby horsing team at Macomb Community College, which I swear is a joke, by the way. And because of that, and many other reasons, it ended up being my most memorable class. Finally, and I promise this is the last memory, this last semester, I took an environmental science class. This was my favorite class ever. There, I had an amazing professor who gave me advice about university and getting experience in environmental sciences, which is what I'm going to school for. Apart from this though, I have also met some amazing students, 2 of which are currently in the early college program. That was my first class here that I had met other students in the same program as all of us. And with the 3 of us, we had all the years of early college, from 11th to 13th grade. In that class, we were able to share our experiences of the program with one another. And it was so refreshing to talk about my time here with people who I may not have known very well. That's enough memories for now, though. So to wrap things up, I would like to leave all of you with one piece of advice. Live in the bad moments so that you can thrive in the good. We have all had good and bad experiences here, but they have led us to where we are today. There will always be bad days, but those just make the good days feel even better. In a world full of pessimists, be the optimist that takes action and thrives even through the bad of the world, because you truly can make a change. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you. Students, you may join your classmates. Now I would like to introduce Ms. Teresa Janae, Macomb Intermediate School Board President, to award the certificates.
Well, I know there's students sitting out there, but I can't see you. But look at the talking podium, don't I? You see my head? But I know you're out there. I'm going to give you the best news you're going to hear yet tonight. So, on behalf of the Macomb Intermediate School District and Macomb Community College Boards, in partnership with our 21 local districts, we are pleased to announce that all graduates have satisfied the program requirements and will be awarded Early College of Macomb Certificate of Completion, which also includes meeting Michigan Early Middle College Association technical certificate requirements. How about a round of applause?
Thank you. We will begin to award the diplomas at this time.
Kristen, what happened?
Gerald Appel. Claire Chalker.
Madison Flint. Megan Flint.
Hannah Henry.
Kaylin Hicks.
Alex Kane.
Mackenzie Kuhn.
Nor.
Prayz Primo.
Blake Wilt.
Clintondale High School, Bruno Campus.
always love this part because now I get to speak directly to the graduates. So, today is a celebration of your achievement, but it is something much more than that. Today is also proof that this group of students is willing to take on something difficult long before most people their age ever would. Most graduates cross one stage. You've been working on crossing two for the last 3 years. You balanced assignments, deadlines, professors, exams, responsibilities, schedules, and pressures from two different worlds at once. Some of you are graduating today with your associate's degree already completed, but all of you completed a program that asked more of you than the traditional path. And that matters. Despite everything you've accomplished, many of you are probably hearing the same question over and over again. So what's next? For some of you, the answer is already clear. You're headed to a university, nursing school, the workforce, military service, apprenticeships, new opportunities. Others of you are still figuring it out. And I want you to hear something very important. That is completely normal. Somewhere along the way, society created the idea that by 18 or 19 years old, you're supposed to have your entire future mapped out. Your major, your career, your 5-year plan, your 10-year plan, your purpose, your passion, your everything. But real life rarely works that way. The truth is, those of us who are adults are still adjusting our plans. People change careers. They discover new strengths. They fail at something and find success somewhere else. They realize they thought they wanted it, what they wanted at 18 is not what they want at 28 or 38 or 48. Life is not a straight line. It is a series of decisions, adjustments, setbacks, opportunities, risks, and moments where you decide whether to keep moving forward. You have grown up during a time of enormous change. You experienced disruptions that no previous graduation class experienced in quite the same way. You learned how to adapt when the world changed around you. You learned flexibility and resilience. Those are considerable strengths. And the students sitting here tonight are already ahead in ways they may not fully realize yet. Because the most important things that you gained here will not show up on a transcript. You gained maturity. You learned how to advocate for yourself. You learned how to recover from those setbacks. You learned how to function in situations where you were uncomfortable, challenged, or unsure of yourself. And wherever life takes you next, eventually every workplace, every university, every hospital, every military unit, every organization, and every community will ask you one simple question. Can we count on you? The world needs talented people. Of course it does. But more than that, the world needs dependable people. It needs nurses that people trust at 2 in the morning. It needs leaders who stay calm under pressure. It needs employees who solve problems instead of creating them. It needs citizens who make their communities better. It needs people whose character is stronger than their excuses. And based on what you have accomplished, you are exactly those kind of people. So tonight, celebrate this achievement. You earned it. Celebrate those long nights, difficult classes, the perseverance, and the growth. Yes, the growth that brought you here. But also understand this. You do not need to have your entire future figured out tonight. You simply need to keep moving with courage, integrity, adaptability, and the willingness to be someone that others can count on. Congratulations, graduates, you earned it.
As we conclude this special celebration, we ask all the graduates to proceed directly to the courtyard for a final group photo. So as you dismiss, you will continue through the double doors, go straight back out through the courtyard for a final picture. Guests, please remain seated until all students have exited for the picture. and you may meet your graduate after the photo has been concluded. Please allow